Welcome to my online class. Today in this video I am going to teach you a very interesting and beautiful poem, A Thing of Beauty. This poem is written by John Keats. So let's know something about the poet. John Keats was a British romantic poet. He was born on 31st October 1795 in London, in England, and he died on 23rd February 1821 in Rome Papal States, Italy. Although he was a trained surgeon, he decided to devote himself for English poetry. This poem is an excerpt from his poem Endymion, a poetic romance. The poem is based on a Greek legend in which a shepherd named Endymion, his quest for his love Diana, and how in his quest he falls in love with an earthly maiden who later turns out to be Diana herself. Theme The theme of the poem is the beautiful things existed in the world are the great source of our endless joy and happiness. Message The poet through this poem gives us a message that the creation made by the God provide energy and happiness. Now let's move on to the text of the poem. Dear student, this poem is composed in 4 stanzas. So now let's take very first stanza of this poem. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness, but will keep a bower quiet for us and a sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathings. Here, a thing of beauty means anything which is beautiful, or beauty of the nature is a joy forever. So any kind of beauty is called here. It is a joy forever means it is never ending joy. So we can enjoy this joy of the beauty forever. Forever means here always. Its loveliness. Its loveliness means the beauty of these things increases means the beauty of the things always increases. It never decrease, and it will never pass into nothingness. Nothingness means to finish or end. So what the poet is saying here, that the beauty of these things ever increase, it will never decrease, and there is no end, or it will never finish. So the increasing or the beauty of the things will never end means it will never pass into the nothingness, means the beauty of these things will never end or it will never finish, but will keep a bower quiet for us and a sleep full of sweet dreams. But will keep but will keep means it will continue, the beauty will be continue. And now here the beauty is compared like a bower. Bower means a shady tree or a shady place. So here beauty is compared to a shady bower, quiet for us and a sleep full of sweet dream. So under the shade of this tree we can sleep peacefully, we can have sweet and beautiful dream, and we can take very healthy and peaceful breathing. Quiet breathing means peaceful breathing. So under the shade of the beauty we can sleep peacefully and we can take their healthy breathing, peaceful breathing. This is the power of the beauty. Next stanza. Therefore on every morrow are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth, spite of despondence of the inhuman death, of noble nature of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and over darkened ways, met for our searching, as in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits. Therefore, on every morrow, therefore means because of these beautiful things, what is happening here? On every morrow means on every coming day. Morrow means here tomorrow. Are we wreathing? Here, wreathing means we may be encircled or bind up. What things are binding up? A flowery band. Flowery band means so many beautiful things in the world are called here flowery band, and these beautiful things bind us to the earth. Means these beautiful things make us close or attach us to the earth, and these things only attach us toward or toward life. Spite of despondence of inhuman death of noble nature. In this line, poet is saying that actually our life is full of so many bad things and good things, sometime happy, sometime unhappy. So sometime whenever we will feel dull or unhappy or disappointed from our life, or will become hopeless from our life, and why we will feel so many reasons are there. Some reasons poet is suggesting now, just like the inhuman behavior of the people, or the death means the lacking of noble nature. So the people of the good people, number of the good people is less, very less. So this is also makes our life gloomy days, means makes the life of other people unhappy. And because of these all the things of all unhealthy, means the bad things or the negative things, over darkened ways means the things which are the life which is full of negativities, are the bad things, miserable things. Unhealthy things means not good things. These all things can make us hopeless, or we will get disappointed from our life. So made for our searching. So here made for searching means after all these things, yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty. So suppose any beautiful object will move before us, or it will appear before us, so moves away the pall. So these all the bad things, all the negativity, all the miseries of our life will move away the palls, means these all things will be removed off from our life, from our dark spirit, means from our heart, and again we'll feel happy, energetic, and we can enjoy the beauty of the world, beauty of the things, and we can make our life happy. Such the sun, the moon, trees old and young, sprouting a shady boon for simple sip, and such a daffodils with the green world they live in, and clear rills that for themselves a cooling covert make, against the hot season the mid forest break. Here the poet is giving some examples of the beautiful things of the world here, such the sun, the moon. For example, the poet is saying here the sun and the moon, these two are the very beautiful object in the world. Trees old and young, all type of trees, sprouting a shady boon. So they develop or they create shady boon or the shelter for human being, not for the human being but for other creatures also. Here for example, simple sheep. Here sheep means the other creatures can also enjoy the shade of this tree, and such are daffodils and some other beautiful things. For example, poet is saying here the daffodils is a name of one flower, one small beautiful flower. With the green world they live in, and the flowers are surrounded with the green world, means the bushes. This is called green world, means the bushes. So the flower are in the bushes, green bushes live in, and clear rills. This rills means nothing but they are the water streams. So these all things that for themselves a cooling cover make. So the water streams are cool. So from wherever they flow. So against the hot season, the mid forest break. So in the hot season, from wherever they flow, so they will make the atmosphere cool because their nature, the nature of the water is cool. So it will make cool. Forest breaks means here this is the natural process of getting something slow. So whenever these streams will flow through the forest, so they will get slow there, and the cooling effect, or they will spread cooling all around themselves from where or from which region they flow. Here in the fourth stanza, rich with a sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms, and such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead, are lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink, pouring unto us from the heavens brink. In this stanza, poet is adding some more beautiful object, rich with sprinkling of fair musk rose. So the spreading of the beautiful rose all around us is spreading very sweet smell, and such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead here. So here grandeur means the magnificent or the great. Doom means here death. Doom means here death. So whose death is so magnificent? In the next line it is given, we have imagined for the mighty dead. Mighty dead means the great warrior or very great people of the world. So their death is very magnificent. And all lovely tales that we have heard or read. Lovely tales means the life history or the life story of these mighty dead, these warriors or these great people are, these tales are also very beautiful. Poet is now telling. So how these tales help us, and how the beautiful object of the world make our life happy. So here in the last line given, an endless fountain of immortal drink. Actually these all things are compared like an endless fountain, means the continuous flow. Endless fountain means continuous flow. Flow of what? Flow of immortal drink. Immortal drink means which will make a human being immortal, because the nature of the human is the mortal, but after having this drink he will become immortal. So it is called immortal drink. Immortal drink is also called the drink of life, or it is also called nectar. So this nectar comes from where? This nectars come, it is mentioned that pouring unto us from the heavens bring. So these immortal drinks flow to us from the heavens brink, means from the eyes of the heaven, means directly from the door of the God or from the heaven. This nectar or this immortal drinks comes, and it makes our life very happy, energetic and healthy. Student, actually this poem is composed very beautifully, and many poetic devices are used here in the poem. So now let me tell you some devices which are used in this poem. In first stanza you will see alliteration here. So the repetition of sound, consonant sound is called alliteration. So here sleep and sweet, S sound is repeated. Here metaphor is the implied simile here. So here a bower, so the beauty is here compared to the calming effect of a beautiful things. Anaphora is the repetition of same word in two consecutive lines. So here in second stanza, of noble nature and of all the unhealthy, here repetition of is coming in these two consecutive lines. So here anaphora poetic device is used. And here one more alliteration is there. So here band and bind, noble and nature, here and sound is repeatedly came. And in third, again alliteration is there. Here sprouting, s, shady, simple, sip. Here s repeatedly came. Imagery is also there, so tree giving shade and daffodils, those who live in green world, so here the imagery is there. And alliteration is here again in the fourth stanza. Have heard, so repetition of h sound is there. And again metaphor, so immortal drink again is implied simile is here. So in this way so actually here the immortal drink, here this is compared as the nature forever, like a never ending portion of a drink. So here metaphor is there. So in this way these devices are used here to beautify the poem. Dear student, in this way the poem is getting over here, and I hope you will like this poem. And if you really like, and if you want to watch my other interesting videos, so please subscribe my channel and press bell icon so that you can get the notification of my new upload videos. Thank you for watching.